Good morning, I'm Olivia. Welcome to my Silver Sneakers Flex Chair Yoga class. Allow yourself to be present in this moment. Here we go. Against the back of the chair. You know what? I'll turn that music on. I find it so much more soothing to breathe by. Mostly it just brings me, recenters me. So let's see if I can find that quickly. And we'll begin. Come on, Lofi, where are you? All right, there we go. And YouTube doesn't shut me down on this. All right, against the back of the chair. Begin to quiet your mind. Tap into your breath. This will be the season where we begin to be aware of other people's needs, but right now it's important that we fill up before we're ready to give out. And let this practice begin today with an attitude of gratitude. Opening your eyes. Let the shoulders release away from the ears even more. Breathing in nice and deep. Exhale through the mouth. And let's move out to the edge of the seat. Grateful for our eyes, grateful we can take a deep breath, grateful we can move. And here we go. Feet right underneath the knees. Head over heart over pelvis. And then tipping the head over. Feel that lengthen. And then drop the chin towards that little notch in your throat. Slide it right back up. Maybe a little lift in the head. And then bring it right down. Let's rest on that imaginary shelf. We go over the other way. Dropping that chin down to the little notch in your throat. Slide it back up. And a little lift in the chin. We go the other way. Same thing. Once over to the right and then once over to the left. So just do it on your own. See if you can connect it all with breath. All right, and let's roll the shoulders around. Okay. One more time. Reach the knuckles forward. Big basketball hoop here. Now tuck the chin as if you're going to put your head through there. And then lifting that up, let your head come with it. I'm trying to pull my fingers apart here. Drop the shoulders down and then release back down. All right, same thing again. Big basketball hoop. You're trying to pull the fingers apart here. Tuck the chin downward. And then as you lift the hands, lift the head with it. And down. One more time. Pull them apart. Tuck the chin towards your chest and lifting up. This time take the hands behind the head, opening the chest. Squeeze them in. Exhale, open. Exhale, squeeze. And open. And squeeze. Left hand down, right arm is going to reach back. And then here we go. We're going to take this arm up and around and down. And you can bend the elbow if that feels better to you here. Or take it long. You begin to warm up that upper back. Again. One more time. All right, same thing on the other side. You can take it small or take it a little bit bigger. And let that upper back warm up. I want you to be sure you're turning the body. And again. One more time. All right, let's take both arms back. Squeeze the shoulder blades. I'm going to hinge at the hip. Still squeezing the shoulder blades and pulse up. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring the hands to the thigh muscles. Bring the heart forward. Exhale, round the spine. Push back towards that fleshy part of your seat. Pass through that flat back and hinge forward. Heart comes forward. Little baby cobra. Sit back, round back. Pass through that straight back. Tuck the elbows in. Heart forward. Nice and tall. Oh, this should feel good, yeah? It does to me. And again. One more time, push back. And then just sit nice and tall, arms out to the side. And we're going to take this hinge at the hip, or at the rib cage right there. Side to side. Sitting firmly on both sit bones as you do this. And this is fine, or this is fine, whatever feels good to you here. And again. All right, I'm going to take my right hand down on my lap and come right back up. So from here, I'm just going to reach out, hold it, and then come back, and then switch. I've taken my feet about chair width apart too, if that helps. So reach out, fire these core muscles on here, and come right back up. And then again, same thing, reach out to your neighbor, like you're going to tap them on the shoulder. Oh, nice stretch in the side. Come right back up. And if you can, you're probably too close. And all the way back up. All right, let's just go over now. Come back up. And again, so now we got the back working and the ribs and the core. And again. 2 more. Everything we do in this seated position should feel awful darn good, I think. Take the feet wide, hinge at the hips. So straight back first as we come forward here. I'm looking about 4 feet in front of me right here. So feel like you have a straight line from the crown of the head to the tailbone. And then release down. Look down towards the earth, scoop in the belly, and round back up. Let's do that again. We're going to hinge at the hip, and we're going to work the back right now. So I'm going to invite you to take one hand off to the side. Flat back. I'm not all the way down here at all. Now, if you fire on the core, maybe you can release the other hand. Maybe you could send it out to the side. Hold on. Hands back, release down, and round back up. Lovely. Let's do that one more time. And you choose your own adventure here. You may stay right here like this. 1 arm, 2 arms out, your choice. Deep breath in. And exhale, release down, and round back up. All right. Let's bring that right leg in. And out to the side. And right back in. And again. So I'm just letting the leg be sort of dead weight in my hand here. I'm just lifting it up. And then now I'm going to use my toes and pop it back up. All right? See if you can still keep that same range of motion, and see if you can see this, keep this left side of your body absolutely still. Here's the key. One more time. And now we're going to brush the ground and around. All right. 2 more. All right, so we go the other side. Same thing, lifting it up over the top, and right back down. All right, lovely. And once again, watch the range of motion so it's not so big. You're turning. Glue that right sit bone to the chair. And again. All right, so now we're just going to pop this up and right back. Holding that. I'm firing on this side of my body to hold myself absolutely still. And again. One more time. And now we're going to brush and around. Reaching out, so a little more in the knee there. All right, and coming right back to the front. So I'm going to sit up nice and tall. I'm just going to swing one leg out and right back in, and then switch. Let it brush the ground. Sit up nice and tall. Fire on those core muscles here. Easy enough, right? And out and in. Two more. And so we're going to hold this leg out there. Let's reach that arm back and forward. And then we switch to the other side. Slide it out. Reach back and forward. Again. And same thing on the other side. Reach back. Anybody having a hard time getting this coordinated? And back. Deep breath in. We forward fold. And then halfway rise. Heart comes forward. Put the tailbone back on the chair. I always roll all the way forward. So just sink that tailbone back to the ground. Heart comes forward. Reach into seated chair. Powerful pose. And reach to the ceiling. Hold it up. All right, now I'm going to take this candlestick pose right for the front, and I'm going to scoot back and let my shoulder blades come near the chair. Reach all the way up, circle them around. Deep breath in. If you're sitting out at the edge of the chair, you got a ways to go to get back there, right? Touch it back, lifting up, and again, and up, and one more time. Scoot back, touch the shoulder blades. And lifting up. We had a little rotation in the spine. Look over the shoulder, rest for a moment, breathe. And then let's go the other way. Breathe. And we're ready to stand back to the front, feet underneath you, hands back. Take a breath. On the next inhale, we rise up. Here we go. And hold. All right, go around to the back. Grab a drink of water on your way back. I've been delinquent in asking people to take water today, so don't let me forget. All right, so just let's take the feet about chair width apart first as we come into mountain pose here. So nice and tall, little soft knees. Breathe in. Exhale, push forward. Bring it all back into you. And exhale, let it push right down as you sink down. Breathe in. Exhale, push the bad things away. Pull in that good stuff. And exhale down. Mountain pose, turn the palms to the front, little micro bend to the knee. Let transfer the weight over to the right foot and then over to the left. Okay, from here, let's just see if we can lift that left foot and then lift the right foot. So a little balance right away. Nice. Move slowly with intention. Feel those feet fire on when you lift up that opposite foot, right? And guess what? That chair's there, so go ahead and use it if you need to. It's okay. As always. All right. So let's lift this foot up and hold it there. And put your hand on the chair. All right. I'm going to take that opposite arm up and bring elbow in towards the knee and reach. Again. And sink into that knee. Hey, if they don't get together, it's okay. But you've got this little space right here where you can bring it in as much as you can. Couple more. And last one. All right, so we go the other side. See if you can hold that first without the chair. And then we'll grab the chair. Reach up. Here's the exhale. And inhale. As you exhale, bring that belly in, turn your, we call this a C shape in the spine. So round into this. Get the maximum benefit for your ability. 2 more. And last one. And up. All right, let's keep the feet wide, step back. We'll take some sunflowers. So you got some space here between you. Exhale down. Inhale back up. And just breathe with this. Whatever feels good to you. Just be sure your head doesn't fall below the hips. So you got to bend the knees and then push through the feet to let them drive you back up. And one more time. All the way up. All right, bring the hands into the heart so you can walk your feet in, toe heel, toe heel. Left hand on the chair. We're going to turn to the right wall. And we're gonna bicycle with that right foot, the foot that's furthest away from me. You ever done this in a mirror before? No.
No.
It's so fun. You put the mirror kind of right between you, and then you do this, and it just the reflection looks really nice. Okay, get home and try that. You know, a floor to ceiling on the back of a door or something. Okay, one more time, and then we're going to lift that leg to the back, and I want you to sink into that front knee. We're going to pulse that heel to the ceiling. You don't need to look back at me. Look to that wall. Pulse it up. 8, 7, 6, 5. Squeeze in that glute, and then we hold it. Let that same arm come forward, and then maybe lift it up by the face. All right, sink into that front knee till that toe touches the ground. It's going to reach way back, and we come up into high lunge. Here we are. Keep that back heel up if that's accessible. You need to drop it down. It's okay. I have only one arm up. If you want to put both up, go ahead and do that. It's just fine with me. And we're going to take this little arc over towards the chair. Towards the chair. Beautiful. And then what I want you to do in position is put both hands on the chair. And now you're going to turn to me. So this right shoulder is going to drop, and you're going to turn to me. Yes, a twisted lunge. Lovely, but you have good secure right there. Maybe look towards that left shoulder. All right, I always like to look back from whence I came in order to get myself out of that. Okay, just works better for me. Okay, we go to the other way. So hold that right hand on the chair, and you're gonna bicycle with that left foot. La-di-da, bicycle belt. Has anybody ever been to the Pierce Arrow Museum? Lots of interesting bicycles and cars and stuff. All right, and again, getting the motion is lotion for that hip, and you take that range of motion that's going to work good for you today. All right. All right, so now we lift it to the back and hold, and we're going to pulse. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift that arm to the front. Maybe you can lift it up by your face. And then maybe lengthen the fingers as far from the heel as you can. So straightening that back leg. Lift the back of the knee to the ceiling. Does that help if you think about that? Breathe. All right, so sink into that front knee. Touch that toe on the ground behind. And here we come into our high lunge. One hand, two hands, doesn't matter to me. But I'm going to say try to look to the right wall and not me. Because once you turn the body, we challenge the balance even more. I'm just asking you to see if you can even hold this one hand on the chair. All right, so if your right hand isn't down, go ahead and drop it to the chair. We're going to take this little baby arc over to the chair. So you get this amazing stretch in through the hip flexor, the obliques. All right, come back up. You're going to turn both hands to the chair. You may want to readjust that chair there. But right away, you're going to notice this left arm, left shoulder's going to drop a little bit more. Hinge into this a little bit more. How lovely is that? Beautiful, yeah? Friend's got an arm reaching back. It's up to you entirely. I'm going to stay right here. Lovely. Back leg is straight. Yeah, lift that back of the knee to the ceiling and get it straight. Oh, this is great. Toe on the ground in the back, yeah. Or ball of the foot on the ground. So I like to look once again back to the ground from whence I came, and then I'll bring that back leg in. Let's go back to downward facing dog. Oh, that was super, gang. I wish you all could have seen that. Here we go. Step back. Tailbone to the back wall. Any movement you need here. Oh, goodness. Come into this with whatever you need in downward facing dog. Breathe. And then come to some stillness in your down dog. Deep breath in, open your mouth, sigh. And let's bend the knees, hands back on the thigh muscles. We're going to reverse swan dive all the way back up. We forward fold. Halfway rise. Sink a little bit deeper if that's accessible. And then we're going to reverse swan dive back up. Step that right foot in, back on the left, come into warrior one. Circle sweep, step both feet together. Step back on the right foot, come into warrior one on the other side. Hinge forward, hands to the chair, back to downward facing dog. Breathe. Hands back on the thigh muscles, reverse swan dive all the way back up. Let's just do this again, all right? We forward fold, halfway rise, sink deeper if that's accessible, and then reverse swan dive. Step in on the right foot to warrior one, find it right away, knee over the ankle, back leg straight, feet together. No chair if you don't need, look mom, no chair. Step back on the right foot, back to downward facing dog. Hands back on the legs and reverse swan dive back up. This time we're going to come into our chair pose. So I'm going to take my hands together. Your feet are mountain pose. Hands to the heart. Here we go. Eyes straight ahead as you push those hips back. All right? Come out to the side. Push them back. Turn the tailbone towards the ground as you lift the heart. Maybe we come into our powerful pose. Drop your shoulders, everyone. We're getting better, huh? We're getting real good at this. Lovely. A wee bit deeper. And then hold the ceiling back up. Deep breath in. And release back down. Shake out. Grab yourself a drink of water. It's kind of a little version of a sun salutation. But I think it works. All right. All right. Okay, wide feet here, toes to the front. Draw the tailbone towards the earth, wide standing mountain pose. Now I want you to imagine your feet are starting to slip out, all right? So you have to pull in on the feet and pull up through the middle. We haven't always had yoga mats to use. They're nice for that reason, to keep our feet there, but before they had yoga mats, they really worked an awful lot. They had to work a lot on pulling up through the middle and make the legs really work there. You should feel your inner thighs really working. It's reached, but if you don't do it, I'll never know, okay? So it's your class, it's your workout. I'm just here with suggestions. Drop the shoulders down, star pose. Don't we look like stars? Truly, it's amazing, it's amazing. Now there's this rush of wind up the front body. So let that front body lift, let the heart lift, maybe let the arms float back a wee bit more as the gaze comes up. It's like I caught you in the middle of, oh! All right, hands to the heart. We're going to turn that toe and see if we can land in our warrior two, wherever that is, right? Push the hands forward. And then I'm going to circle them back and straighten the leg. And then push the hands forward. Circle. I'm dropping my right hand. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And let's come back to that warrior two. Arms out. Lovely. Press that little baby finger back a little bit more. So the hands are going to come just behind the body, ever so slightly. Front knee over the ankle. Deep breath in. All right, I'm going to drop first my left hand. And then slide down that left leg, but reach that right arm to the ceiling. First looking back from whence you came, and then trace that collarbone, come up looking towards that upper arm, forearm, finger, whatever your neck will allow here. And then press the feet down into the earth here. Really stabilize yourself. And if you need the hand to help you get that third touch point, it's okay. Breathing. All right, without lifting up on that front knee, we're going to come back to both hands up and right back down. Press out, we breathe. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. This is the last time. We're going to leave those hands up there. Drop your shoulders, everyone. And then we're going to drop that right hand. Hinge into this at the hip right there. And rest and reach. Fingertips are reaching far from one another. And then look where you're going. And then look back from whence you came. So you're going to look skyward then. This is too much for the arms at any point. Hands on the chair, hand on the shoulder, the hip, whatever feels best to you today. With intention, press the feet into the earth. Remember, they're starting to slip out. So you want to press them in and firm them up there on the ground. Breathe. Let's level this out without straightening that front knee right there. Hands to the heart. Okay, now turn the toes to the front. Collapse the fingers in. Sink into the knees. And press the knuckles forward. Look down towards the earth. Now pull that belly way in towards your spine. Breathe into the back ribs. And then lift right back up. Back to start pose. Beautiful. Drop your shoulders. Again, your feet are starting to slip out, so pull them in. Shoulders down. Fire on the legs, the feet, the glutes. If you don't do it, I'll never know, but I hope you will. Okay, we turn that toe. Hands to the heart. We're going to sink into that knee. Get it right. Knee over the ankle right there. I have to bring my foot in here in the front. If that works better for you, that's fine. But keep that baby toe edge pressing into the ground. Here we go. We're going to press forward. This time I'm going to drop my left hand. And again, press forward. I like to touch my thumbs together there. It just sort of guides my hand there as I push. That's up to you. And push. But nothing moving in the low half of body. In other words, I'm not doing this. I'm staying put. This is all twisting in my spine. And breath helps firm up the core here. And again. One more time. And push. All right, this time let's come back to warrior two here. All right, head over, heart over pelvis. Watch this lean. So get everything back up. Press those baby toe edges. And deep breath in. Lifting up and drop your shoulders. We're going to drop the right hand and keep that left one up there. Anytime you need to drop the hand, please do so. Look back from whence you came to the heel. Trace your collarbone, come up looking towards the other arm right there. And then, as if you were trying to separate the fingertips, one from the other. Oh, the mic just broke. Hang on. Talk among yourselves. I don't know what happened here. I think it's repairable. Oh, there we go. Sorry. Hang on. I'm coming back. I just pulled it out. And then fairies come. All right, here we are. Let's say we've looked up there. We're going to bring both up, hands right up here. This is what we didn't do yet. We're going to do it right now. Same thing, breath work. Inhale. Exhale down, push it down. Inhale. This just feels so good to me. I hope it does to you too. All right, both arms back up. Front knee over the ankle, drop your shoulders, and here we go. Hinge at the hip this time. So you hinge at the hip. It's not just the body coming over. I want you to hinge at the hip. Reach the fingertips far from one another here. And look down towards where you're going, towards the toes, and then look back from whence you came to the ceiling. So you've worked the neck here. You really get that strength in the neck. Maybe take the deepest breath you've taken. And then push the feet into the ground. Remember, they're trying to slip out. So push them into the ground and pull up through the midline. And let's level this out. Once again, pulling up through the midline. Beautiful. Toes to the front, star pose. We reach up, drop your shoulders. Bring the hands together, clasp them as you come down. And here we go. Sink into the knees. Knuckles forward. Now pull that navel right towards your spine as you hinge forward towards the chair. Deep breath. And then release. Hands on the chair. Walk back to downward facing dog. Any movement you need, you may want to shake those legs out. It was a lot to ask right there. Turn that tailbone to the back wall. Breathe. All right, let's take the gaze over the chair. Take a little baby step in. We're going to take some standing cat and cow right here to sort of get the juices flowing once again. Eyes up, heart forward. Exhale, sink into the knees and tuck the chin towards the chest. And then again, shoulder rolls back, heart lifts. My arms go straight, my legs go straight, and then everything bends as I round, all right? And then again, straight legs, straight back, straight arms. And everything softens and rounds. Again. And round. And then come back up. Tiptoe into the chair on your toes and see if we can come up nice and straight. And just a little balance. So you may want to lower the heels to whatever is accessible. And see if we can come into mountain pose with the heels just lifted a little bit. Not much. So nice. Great. All right, step out to the side. Slide down. Round back up. One more time. Slide down. A little more cat and cow-ish sort of motion here. Now, we're going to bend just that left knee and hands come on that left thigh. Right knee. Hands come on the right thigh. And then what I want you to do is you're going to drop that left shoulder. I'm going to bring that right hand maybe to my hip, and you're going to look in the refrigerator right there on the right, the bottom shelf, right? Yes. Sense that long spine from the crown of the head to the tailbone with an ever so slight twist, right? Okay, look back to the ground from whence you came, hands on the chair. We're going to pop this foot right back in and come into tree pose. Voila. All right, now you can put the toe down on the ground to sapling pose. That's okay. Or press it into your calf. I'm still holding on to the chair here until I finally get my balance, all right, because we pop back into this. So it takes us a moment to get our balance. Fire on that supporting leg. Find length in the spine with an inhale. And then find your posture with your arms. You decide, all right? Maybe hands at the heart, maybe one hand up. Come back to your breath. All right, and with intention, back to mountain pose. Back to your toes, rise up. Again, see if we can hold this balance. Get the balls of the feet and the toes on the ground, really doing their work. And lower the heels as much as you need to. Again, see if you can find a little soft bend in the knee. And then maybe balance. Smile. All right, let's step out to the side. Don't know how good you are, really. Release down. A little round in the spine. Feel that navel braided towards your backbone. And again, one more time, like melt down. And then round back up. And hopefully you have a wide enough stance that you can bend just that left knee and keep that right leg straight, keeping your hands on that left knee. Now I'm going to take my left hand to my left hip, drop the right shoulder. One hand on the chair. If you need it, reach back to it. It's okay. And then look to that left wall. You are really firing on that leg. Belly in. Feel that long spine from the crown of the head to the tailbone. All right, I'm going to look back to the ground. You know where we're going. We're going to pop that back leg into tree pose, and I'm going to hold on to the chair until I find my balance. Pressing into the heel, calf muscle. Or heel on the ground, that's fine too. And now you find your mudra, which is your hands, your arm postures. All right, so find your own mudra. Maybe it's close, maybe it's out. Remember that posture starts the moment you're ready to come out of it. So stay an extra count. And then with intention, all the way down. Let's go back to downward facing dog. Shake out, regroup, whatever you need. Lots of breath. And again. All right, as you take the gaze over the chair, I want you to step the right foot in and give yourself a good wide stance here with straight legs. Okay, I haven't lifted away from the chair. That may decide how far back you're going to take the other one. But we're going to pull away from the chair, coming nice and tall. All right, lovely. We're going to come into tree. First of all, I want to ask you, do you find two different sides when you come into tree pose? Who finds it, I'm just curious, who finds it easier on the right side? And who on the left side? Who doesn't make any difference? I'm not finding much difference right now. Yeah, okay. So we are in pyramid pose right now. We're going to come into twisted triangle pose. So you're going to reach that left hand forward, and that should make you hinge at the hip a little bit. All right. Now you may want to slide a little bit deeper. And I've got my right hand on my hip. I'm going to continue to hinge at this hip here. Coming forward, you're going to load up that front leg. Be sure you've got a little bend in that front knee. Another thing you could do is grab underneath the chair right here and drop that left shoulder and lift that right shoulder on top of it. You're looking to that right wall. Now, nobody's holding their breath, right? That tailbone's pushing back. You're hinging at the hip. You're deepening this as much as you're comfortable. Sense that long spine from the crown of the head to the tailbone now. And you do have choices. You could lift that. You could lift that hand to the ceiling if that was accessible. That right hand's up to you. Like you're waving to somebody there on the right. Breathe. All right. Bring both hands back to the chair and just come into this almost forward fold, but I'm using the hand. Getting a real intense stretch on the back of that leg. All right, soften that front knee. We're going to pop that back foot up. Airplane pose. Easy enough. Belly in, little bend in that front knee. You pick your own mudra now. You may stay there or extend that other arm out. All right, bring your feet back to mountain pose. And we're going to come into chair pose. So from here, sink back, tailbone to the back wall. Then turn the tailbone to the earth if you haven't already. Lift the arms, lift the heart, powerful pose. Airplane pose, hinge at the hip. And as you inhale, circle sweep and come right back up nice and tall. Lovely. All right, we're going to step back on the other foot. Far enough so that when you go to reach the chair, you have to hinge. Okay, that's what we need to happen. And we'll get there in just a moment. You need to get in there right away. Go ahead. My feet are off the tightrope. They're on the railroad tracks. And once you come up nice and tall, you may decide that you could reach that foot back further, or you need to bring it in, but you make that decision right there. Let's take a deep breath in. It's pyramid pose with extended namaste, and we're going to turn it into triangle pose. So I put ever so slight hinge, bend in my knee, and I'm going to hinge forward with my right hand on the chair until the back of that left leg says, I think that'll be enough for today, all right? Left hand on your pocket. I'm going to turn my hand under here on this chair as I drop my right shoulder and lift the left shoulder on top of it. All right? And we hold, and we breathe. You're going to feel that front leg really do some of the work. You may stay there with the hand on the hip, or actually down on the leg, or you could reach it to the ceiling. Twisted triangle pose, like you're going to wave to somebody over there on the left. Breathe. All right, both hands back on the chair. Come back to the front. Bend that front knee. We're going to pop up. One arm, two arms out. Again, you pick your own mudra with your hands, whatever's going to work for you today. All right? You need the toe on the ground. Get it there. It's not a crime. See if you can calm your breath. And then with intention, put that foot back. This is where we're going to come into that chair pose once again. Sinking down. Turn the tailbone towards the earth a little bit and come to our powerful pose. Lift the heart. The tailbone goes down, the heart lifts, and what happens is the back straightens out. Yes, you got it, Joyce. Great. And hold that ceiling back up and down. Shake out. Stretch out. Let's take that little easy sun salutation. I went a little longer because I started late, if anybody's watching the clock. Deep breath in. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway rise. Release down a little bit further, and then circle sweep, come up. Step the right foot in, warrior one. Step both feet together. I'm not using the chair, use it if you need to. Step back on the left. The other foot. Sorry. Hands on the chair, downward facing dog. It was good until then, huh? And breathe. All right, take the gaze over the chair, up on your toes, tiptoe in once again. Feet up in mountain pose, and we'll sink back down into mountain pose. Ta-da! Lovely. From start to finish, wonderful today. All right, sit back down. All right. Let me just make sure it's closed. That's how my socks got all wet one time. Okay, so edge of the seat still. Let's slide that right leg out. Sit up nice and tall. I'm going to lift it up and hold it. Now I've got a bend in the knee. And then bring it in. It's almost as if you're going to scratch your shin with your heel. Slide up and down. Now, we're going to go into that piriformis stretch here. So if this is not accessible, you'll leave the foot down on the ground. Otherwise, here we go. Coming up and over. Use the hand to get there. And I have to do the same thing. So that foot stays flexed. Dirty socks today. You can hold this up, you can open this up, but find the very tip of the sit bones. Press the low back forward. Each piece is going to make it just feel that much better. Releasing the hands, lift the heart. Again, smile. Thank you. That deep breath, that long exhale, that's where you'll get that relaxation. So we're going to clasp our hands over the leg, and I'm going to lift this knee up. Now, you could release that foot here. You could release the hands if you'd like. Otherwise, I'm going to pull this knee towards the shoulder, get the belly out of the way, and we add this little rotation. So you're feeling a stretch in a different part of the hip right there. But if it's not accessible, just put it down. And breathe. One more. All right, come on back. Down it goes. The other one goes out in front. Nice and tall. And we lift it and hold it for a moment. Nice and tall. Seated mountain pose with this little strangeness going on. Okay, this is where we're going to bring that heel in and scratch up and down your shin. All right, up and over. Grab hold if you need to. Bring it on in. All right, you can support it. You can open it up. Keep that foot flexed. Protect the knee. Press that low back forward. Breathe. Then clench your teeth. You knew I was doing it. Huh? When I say that, I usually am. All right, so we clasp our hands over the knee, and I'm going to leave my knee there. Then you can release that if that feels better to you, all right? But this knee is going to come up near the shoulder. We'll get the belly out of the way, and then bring it up. And yes, we all have a little bit. It's okay. No judgment. As you pull it towards the shoulder, sit up tall. All right, come on back to the front. Let's take both feet on the ground. What I want you to do is sit back in the back of the chair. All right, let's see if you can slide one leg out now. You need to be sitting against the back of the chair, against the front of the chair to really do this. Give this hip flexor a chance to stretch here. And then switch the, look so lazy. And slide that other leg out. Sit up in the chair. All right, so I'm going to use my hands and push up, but then I'm just going to lift my heart here. Yeah, holding on to the chair. Squeeze the shoulder blades, elbows are pointing to the back of the chair. All right, and release, push back. We moved off, did all sorts of crazy stuff today. You all did really well. That's what we didn't do, did we? Let's do a forward fold. Thank you. You could take the feet wide right here. We didn't do that, yeah. Deep breath in. I'm going to hinge forward. And then release back down. Now pull that navel in towards your spine. That's what's going to protect your back. I have my hands on my thighs. I'm going to scoop in the belly and roll the spine back up, one vertebrae at a time, like a string of pearls. You're stacking right up on top. And since you're against the back of the chair, you're going to come all the way to the back of the chair. Nice. Thank you for that. Now, if you want to get the feet on the ground, you may need to move forward. That's fine. You could pull the feet underneath you if that's your game. But settle on in, tuck the shoulder blades underneath, and let that heart lift a little bit. Open your eyes really wide. Scrunch up your face, and then just let it relax. And that's when I really feel those powerful jaw muscles relax. You could take hand on the heart and the belly. You could fold in the lap. This is called the heart mudra because this looks like your heart, and you wrap your hands around it, whatever feels good. And come into just some breath. I'm going to set me a little timer today. Just 2 minutes. Begin to feel that front body just sink to the back body there. And be aware of the fact the seat is really carrying your weight. So now begin to deepen your breath. And what I want you to notice is the inhale is really energizing. So you're drawing in some more energy for the rest of your day. Maybe even hold on to that inhale for a count or two. Take another one just like that. And then wiggling the fingers and toes. Bring the hands together at your heart. Drop your chin to your chest. Gratitude tells me today that I am so grateful for, name that. Starting the day with an attitude of gratitude. Namaste.
Namaste.
Here we go. Have a great day. Good work today. I took you a couple of different